technically, of course, the ball is also very, very advanced. I think if we're going to do something which is quite revolutionary, the first thing that the clubs will do is be saying, hang on a minute, is this really serious? Is this really serious product? And the Revolve ball is in fact a fabulous ball made to the very, very highest standards. And there's many unique features in the ball which are quite significant in terms of how the player can use the ball in the game. We took our inspiration, in fact, from the environment, from the planet Earth. We set about designing a brand new revolutionary design, moving away from many of the traditional concepts that we built into balls to design something which would be eye-catching but also work very clearly on the field. The inspiration technically for the ball came from the need for the ball to do what the player expects it to do, what he visualizes for that ball. In all our laboratory tests, we know that many balls, once in the air, will perform fairly similarly. Through machines, if you kick a ball with a machine or shoot it with a machine, it can be incredibly accurate. We've all seen situations where players will stand in front of goal and can't hit the post. And that is because the interaction between themselves and the ball is not what they've expected. And in developing the Revolve ball, we have focused on ensuring that that reaction of the ball to what the player wants is as perfect as possible. And this makes the ball much, much more accurate. Some of the features we've built into the ball to achieve that are, first of all, fine, on dry weather, a shiny ball, very grippy. As soon as you take it out in the rain, the foot will slip on the ball, and particularly with some of the synthetic footwear that's used today. So we've designed a surface which would actually grip in all weathers, and to the same amount. And that means a player, whether it's wet or dry, when he kicks to curve the ball or spin the ball or bend the ball will curve the same amount. It'll be very predictable, so the ball will do what he wants it to do. To do that, we developed also a very, very soft material to increase the compression, the amount of compression that the player can get into the ball and the amount of control he can get on it, and to improve that contact. We also developed a very, very flexible lining to increase the efficiency of the ball, so that all the power that he puts into the ball can be transferred into forward speed.
I understand Mitre went round all 24 Championship clubs to produce a launch DVD. Can you explain a bit about that, please?
Yes, I think it being something very, very new, it's important to bring the clubs on board, not just with the technicalities of the ball, but the whole spirit of having their own ball. And sometimes we think about the ball as our babies, and actually some of the clubs themselves think about the ball as their own babies. In fact, I think we've seen one or two of them fall in love with the ball. I think the process of showing the players also in advance what they were going to receive and to see their reactions being very satisfying. Not just on the films that have made it, or perhaps onto the internet, but some of them that have made it into our vaults as well. So I think the whole process of taking the balls to the clubs and seeing the reaction has been very rewarding for us and tremendous fun for them. I think they've taken to the ball and the spirit of having their own ball extremely well.
And will you be expanding it to League One and League Two?
Already we have, within the Scottish Premier League, we have a similar system. Taking the balls and this individual design process further is something certainly we're thinking about, and how to cope with the logistics of this process.
And is this specific ball going to be used for the whole season?
We very much hope so. In fact, with global warming it might well be so, but we do have a surprise in store for all our clubs who get caught perhaps by a bit of snow. We have developed a special ball for them to use in whiteout snowy conditions. And this ball will be highly visible in the snow, whether the snow is lying or not. It's highly visible also in poor light. And it is the Revolve ball in their design, but for use in snowy conditions. So hopefully we will not have to use this ball, but we're holding them in reserve.
Mitre hasn't just produced his Revolve balls. What other balls has Mitre developed?
Well, when we developed the Revolve design, we've also developed balls for very special uses. For example, a lot of clubs, amateur clubs or even schools, etc., will play on AstroTurf. So we developed a special ball called the Astro Champion to be used on Astro surface, and we have a match ball as well, and this carries the Revolve design as well. But also for young children playing football, 6 years, 7-year-old, they also want a ball and a match ball that is a serious ball, and we've developed a version of the Revolve in the Soccer Light ball, which is a size 4 ball at a size 3 weight, and it does mean that young players 6 to 9-year-old can actually play with a good sized ball on pitches and still get distance when they want to pass it or head it or strike it, etc. So it's very important, and it is a very, very serious match ball for young children. In fact, recently FIFA clarified some of the regulations regarding the use of lighter balls in the game, and in fact the laws of the game now say that lighter balls may be used for younger children, and it's very important we actually get them using that, so we make a very, very attractive ball for our younger players of the future to use.